Hello, I'm Caryl Westmore, your guide in unlocking your creative potential as a writer or author. It's a special episode because we are featuring internal family systems, a chapter in my book, Bust Writer's Block Forever, and it will be read by my AI narrator, Dorothy. This chapter will offer you insights into how you can remove your creative blocks and step into your power as a writer. Hello and welcome to the Write the Book Inside You podcast. Tips, tools, and interviews for coaches and healers like you who want to write a non-fiction book to boost your visibility, clients, and cash flow while making a difference. I'm your host, Caryl Westmore, a multi-published author and energy psychology tapping book coach. Now let's jump into today's episode. Before we step into the episode, let me reflect to you the amazing transformative power of IFS, Internal Family Systems. It's a practical tool that has revolutionized the way people like Elizabeth Gilbert have transformed their inner lives and their writing lives. So whether you're battling writer's block, are curious about how IFS can up-level your work as a writer, this episode is for you. And now for a word from our sponsor.
Every writer has faced the dreaded writer's block. But what if you had not just one, but 7 ways to shatter it? Introducing Bust Writer's Block Forever, 7 game-changing ways to kiss writer's block goodbye and unleash creative inspiration. Dive deep into transformative processes, the work of Byron Katie, Havening, EFT tapping, the journey, the alter ego effect for writers, internal family systems. And as a special treat, a bonus chapter on collaborating, even dancing with ChatGPT, your new creative catalyst. For those who've been inspired by The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, this book and accompanying video course at bustwritersblock.com will feel like coming home. Dive in at bustwritersblock.com.
Chapter 11. Internal Family Systems, Heal Blocked Parts. Internal Family Systems is a transformative tool developed by family therapist Dr. Richard Schwartz that views every human being as a system of protective and wounded inner parts led by a core self. All of us are born with many subminds, or parts, says Dr. Schwartz. These parts are not imaginary or symbolic. They are individuals who exist as an internal family within us. And the key to health and happiness is to honor, understand, and love every part. Schwartz is on the faculty of the Department of Psychiatry at the Harvard Medical School, and his evidence-based approach to mental wellness, including addictions, is spreading like wildfire and becoming widely accepted in the fields of psychotherapy and mind-body healing. Writers and creatives in various fields have found his approach to be helpful in liberating them to do their best work. Alanis Morissette, the Canadian singer-songwriter, has spoken publicly about her use of internal family systems to help manage her emotions and improve her creative output. In the foreword to Richard Schwartz's book, No Bad Parts, she writes, "In doing internal family systems work, I found an anchor, a place of warm neutrality and curious witnessing, a self-compassion that had been nearly impossible to will myself into offering to my own psyche." She came to see her many parts, good, bad, or ugly, as messengers. Dialoguing with them could offer helpful guidance and insight. The whole system of my many selves could thereby integrate into my everyday personality and life. These parts could even dialogue with and among each other, facilitated by my highest self. This gave her clarity, wisdom, and answers to seemingly insurmountable, complicated questions about her life, as she communicated through words, writing, movement, and art, even with the parts that scared her the most. Whether you're a writer, dancer, artist, or musician, internal family systems can help you tap into your inner resources and overcome obstacles to your creative process. It's an empowering new way of understanding your multifaceted mind and healing the many parts that make you who you are. We've been taught to believe we have a single identity and to feel fear or shame when we can't control the inner voices that don't match the ideal of who we think we should be, says Schwartz. Yet his research over the past 30 years as a family therapist proves that all of us are born with many subminds, or parts. These parts are not imaginary or symbolic, he says. They are individuals who exist as an internal family within us. And the key to health and happiness is to honor, understand, and love every part. Parts work in my coaching. Long before I discovered internal family systems, I was trained in neuro-linguistic programming, suggesting to my clients to break free from beating themselves up with an issue like procrastination or perfectionism by recognizing that it was not a fixed issue, but one of their parts. I would say, there's a part of you that is procrastinating and a part that wants to write your book or lose weight or find true love. This gave them hope that their internal conflict was not fixed in stone and easier to overcome. By alleviating this stress, we could go to work on finding the root cause of their blocked part. This was often a self-protective mechanism caused by overly critical parents or teachers in childhood. But neuro-linguistic programming and internal family systems are not the same. Both apply parts therapy to identify and work with different aspects or parts of the self. In the former, parts therapy is often used to help individuals overcome internal conflicts and achieve their goals. Practitioners use various techniques, such as guided visualization and reframing, to help you access and work with different parts of yourself in order to resolve conflicts and move towards your desired outcomes. Similarly, in internal family systems therapy, parts work is used to help individuals explore and understand the different aspects of their personality and inner world. The goal is to help individuals develop a deeper sense of self-awareness and self-compassion, and to learn to relate to their internal parts in a more constructive and positive way. Here are some key differences between the two systems. Internal family systems places a greater emphasis on the importance of connecting with and accessing the self as a source of healing and transformation. In contrast, neuro-linguistic programming tends to focus more on the use of language and communication to achieve change. What I like about this latter approach is that you can better understand how each part at play in your issue, like writer's block, has its own thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. You can dialogue and interact with these parts as active entities. Ultimately, you find out each is striving to keep you safe and protected. Holding it all together is a wise, compassionate higher self. This is referred to as self-energy by Schwartz. This self helps you understand and eventually blend the parts into harmony and wholeness. Richard Schwartz has designated our main parts as managers, firefighters, and exiles. Managers are the parts of you that try to keep you safe and in control. Firefighters are the parts of you that react to stress or danger. Exiles are the parts of you that carry emotions or experiences that have been pushed away, forgotten, or suppressed. When it comes to writer's block, managers and firefighters are often the parts that can prevent you from moving forward with your projects. Managers may be perfectionistic and critical, telling you that your writing isn't good enough or that you need to do more research before you can write. Firefighters may distract you with other tasks or activities to avoid the discomfort of writing or facing a difficult topic. We come to understand they are protecting a vulnerable, exile part of us who suffered some kind of trauma and is still burdened with the pain, as Schwartz puts it, to find a more pleasing and effective way for your parts to work together. As you do this work, continue to access your self-energy and let it guide you toward a more compassionate and peaceful state of mind. Journaling can be a very helpful tool for writers who are using parts work to overcome writer's block. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you gain insight into your different parts and their perspectives, and can also help you access your self-energy more easily. Write from the perspective of each part, then step into your self-energy and write about what it feels like to access this calm and compassionate core of your being. Dialoguing out loud can also be a helpful tool for working with your parts. This can be particularly useful if you find it difficult to access certain parts through writing alone, or if you feel like you need to actively engage with a part in order to understand it better. This might be something like, I want to understand my inner critic better, or I want to connect more deeply with my self-energy. 3. Start the dialogue. Begin by addressing the part you want to speak with. For example, you might say something like, "Hello, inner critic. I'd like to talk with you today." Then, allow the part to respond in its own voice. 4. Ask open-ended questions. As you continue the dialogue, ask open-ended questions that allow the part to speak freely. For example, you might ask, "What are you afraid of?" or "What do you need from me?" Above all, stay connected to your self-energy when engaging with your parts. This can help you maintain a sense of calm and compassion, even as you interact with potentially difficult or challenging parts. Dr. Schwartz recommends several ways to connect with self-energy in everyday life. 1. Mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness meditation can help you develop a stronger connection with your self-energy. This involves learning to observe your thoughts and emotions with curiosity and without judgment. 2. Nature. Spending time in nature can be a powerful way to connect with your self-energy. Take a walk in the woods, sit by the ocean, or simply spend some time in your backyard. 3. Creative expression. Engaging in creative activities like painting, writing, or playing music can help you tap into your self-energy and access your inner wisdom. 4. Gratitude. Cultivating a sense of gratitude can help you connect with your self-energy and a more positive outlook on life. 5. Body awareness. Techniques like yoga or Tai Chi can help you develop a greater sense of connection with your body and your inner world. In conclusion, Internal Family Systems offers a valuable framework for writers and creatives seeking to overcome writer's block and enhance their creative process. Dr. Schwartz reminds us that just like members of a family, inner parts are forced from their valuable states into extreme roles within us. Self is in everyone. It can't be damaged. It knows how to heal and harmonize your parts.
Thanks for joining me on today's podcast. Want a free gift to inspire you further on your book writing adventure? My free checklist, 5 book hook tips to kickstart your book writing journey, will help you get clarity on the key essentials to make your book a winner. Download it at writethebookinsideyou.com/free gift. The links are in the show notes. Until next time, a big virtual hug and keep writing.